Okay, just a second. It is not audible. Okay, so okay, we will just skip this video. I will share this link so then you can watch it. I will just move on with the code lab. So in this code lab, you will just knowing about the life cycle and how you can use some functionalities will be there, right, in your code. So this is just an how you can design your code. Yesterday we will tell you about how your front end or your UI screens will be designed. But this is how in this code lab we will learn how you can arrange or how you can design your code. So before we are moving on to the code lab, you can in this code lab we will learn about these things. This is an app overview. You are creating one app. Just it will be an given some. It is just an one food app. You are selecting one dessert, so it will fetch and how it works. Your food app, how it works, it will tell you about this one. So you can see here. So in this code lab, we will work with the starter app. The starter app are already given in the GitHub. So this is a dessert clicker. You will select one dessert. So this app will purchase the dessert for the customers. So this is what you will do in this app. Okay. So here it is the starter code. You will get it in a GitHub, and the starter branch name will be the starter. So before going to that app, before going to you are there, like here they will explain some life cycles of this one. You just seeing here, here they're giving some example of the butterfly. So in that butterfly, it will be first thing is a egg. After that, it will be a caterpillar. Then it will convert into a beautiful butterfly, and it lastly ended their life. So what it says, when you started initialization, like starting and life, when it ended, or if it is a destroying. You can see here they are given the life cycle here. So see, first is of initializing. You are planning about your app and all these things, creating and started resume. You will one time you will left that one. After that, the same thing will repeat. In the end, it will be destroying. Okay. So in the initialization, in our code, what is this initialization? Is of in initialization, we are going with this on create. You already know in the Android app, when we started our app, there is an on create function will be there, like one code will be there. When we are doing in the code labs, I already tell you this on create is the starting of our app. So in this only we will be like explaining our app and all these things, right? So this on create is the app starting. So in this you will start in, like you will describe your app and it will decide what you are doing. You will given all the things in that. So you can see here. First thing, we are examining the on create method and the logging. I will tell you what this logging and all these things. Okay. So you can see here. Here we are mentioning that one is of a val is equal to a val of tag. So this tag word will help you to identify the message. It will help you to identify the message. So this log.d will print your message. So in on create, so in the another programming languages, we will put it as an print in that whatever we can't print, we can tell you that, right? Print my name is Meghna or something we will do. So here we will print it as a log.t. Log.t is it will print your what the message. This tag will identify your message what it is. So in onCreate, why we use this log and these things will be like we don't know like we don't know about how when it will be runs, the methods when it will run, so we don't know. So why, and because of that one we will use this log.t and the tag words. So in this life cycle methods, there are so many life cycle methods. The first one is of on create. So this is of app starting, and there are more about more methods will be there like on start, on resume, on pause, on stop, and on desktop. This and all we will learn in the next code labs. So first one is of on create. So in that create, we will use that log, and you can see here. And in Android Studio, we are knowing about right the logcat. I already told you that in the logcat you will see your error message, and whatever the message you are saying, you will see in that logcat. On the left side of your Android Studio page, you can see this button, right? Logcat. So in this here, sometimes if you can't see any errors, but still you will like it is showing an error. So in that time, you will see the error messages here, like what the message will be wrong. So for that one, in the on create, we are using this log. So you can easily identify your error messages in that. So the second one is of on start. Okay. So in the on start, when you create it, on create is when you start it, like in initial part. So after creating, you commit an on start. So this on start is like we are using this one for it will showing the visibility in your screen. It will showing your app visibles. When you started, it is not visible, but in on start you are using it is for your visibility. So we are calling this answer multiple times because of every time we are giving the text messages and all other things, right? We are using so many composable things. We have to make sure they are visible in our screens. So it will goes like an one startup. First thing is up on create. After you complete with an on create, it will goes for the on start. It will work when the app will start it. So in Android Studio, they are giving given that one like where you can check with and start all these things, where you can prove your visibility of your app. So you just take an example of okay, you just given some example. You will just open your WhatsApp. So when you open, it is in a on create. When you work with that one, like it will be visible, right? When you open, it will be visible. So that is an example of on start. So we can add more log statements like this. The on resume is when you work on with the, okay, as an example, we will start like we will open a WhatsApp and it will be visible. So while we are interact with the WhatsApp, this is an on resume. We are working with that one. So this is what an on resume called. You can see here, there are given all the things on resume and on restart, on pause. How can we give the code here? So log.t tag on pause called. So like this, you will make sure you will given in the code. In your code also, when you create your app with the starting of on create, and then you will continue with the on start, on resume, restart, pause, and the last will be the stop and the destroy. Okay. So the next thing is of exploring the life cycle use cases. Exploring the life cycle use cases. How you will use those cases? Like we will tell you, right, the on-create answer. How can you use those things? How can you use it in a compile? So this is, you have to use it in your app. You have to build in one app. I already show you in the app overview. You have to build an app of an desert clicker. Okay, so the starter code will be available here. So in that, make sure you will complete this one. So in that, how you can use these cases, this on create, on start, and on resume. How you are using, they are given here. So the first use case is of opening and closing the activity. So for the opening, we are using this on create, right? First. So for the opening, we are using this on create, and after that, the on start. The resume will be a interaction. So we will open our app. So at the end, in a closing, while you are already using your WhatsApp and all these things, you are leaving right now. So in that time, it will we are using the on pause and then on stop. So this is how it will work. Like when you opening one app. Okay, so when you opening, it's using a on create, then it will open. Like it is visible, it is an on start, and you are interacting with that one. It is of on resume. When you leaving the app, when you are okay, I am working, all this is completed, so you are leaving, so it is of on pause. We are resuming that, so we will pause that interaction, and we will stop that on app. So this is how we are like, this is the use case of first thing, opening and the close the activity. So the next one is of navigation away from and back to the activity. So this is like you are already opening and you are working on that one. So you are using on resume. You are already working. You are clicking on the home buttons or other things. Already you are working. And after that, the navigation will be there, right? Some menu will be there. In one app, there are some menus. You will pause everyone and you are working with one. After that, you will pause that one. So this will be working with an resume and pause. It will be working on the resume and a pause. At the end, it will be an stop. Your working is of stop. You can see here they are given the chart. So we will start. It will be visible. We are working. Your working is of a resume, and you will stop working and stop your app, and it will be destroyed. Destroy means it will not working not. So you just stop working in that app. That's it. So this is how your app will look like. Like they are given some images here. Okay, the third use case is of partially hide the activities. So when you start working and you are already interact with button. So this is what the attention seeking. Like it will be focused on what you are interact with that app. And it will be called as an foreground lifetime also. You can see here the part of this life cycle in which app is full on screen and has user focus is called as the foreground lifetime. When it will be goes in the background, or you will just closing, or you will end it and your interaction, it will be an on pause and it will stop. So this is the third user case, like a partially hide the activity. So you will just make some changes here also. Like, so in this code lab, I will just telling you that you are using some methods. There are 7 methods will be there. These 7 methods will work in your code. So this is what the complete code lab will tell you, and you will just go through with one. I will just share it in a chat. You will save that link after that, and try like complete this app also. You can build your app, this one, right? This desert clicker. So this is how it is work. Like in this, there are two things. One is of UI and another one is of data. UI is like it will give some menus and some pictures. So what is this data is of fetching the data. Like it just then take an example of your food apps. So UI is like it will only give some menus like those are some other menus it will give. This is what the UI you will screen, and it is of UI. So what is this data means? You will fetch like it is fetching the data from like these are available in the hotels. You are particularly going with one hotel, so what and all available, what and all the dishes will available in that hotel, it will be fetching. So that is called as data. And the next is of a solution code. Check with us if you get any confusion, just check with the solution code. Otherwise, you will just try by your own. And just a second, I will share this link in the chat. Okay, I already shared that link of the code lab in the chat. Make sure you will save that one and complete this desert clicker app. Correctly. And well, tomorrow we will continue with the other code lab. And watch that video also. Like it is not audible for you, I play. So you will just watch that video and make sure you will complete your task of building this desert clicker. And about project, in 2 days we will assign your project. You can start. So then we will wind up here. Thank you, Anandal. Thanks for joining. We will meet on tomorrow's session. Have a nice day.